You can't judge anything off that one thing, because all we did was hit him on the break, and we were lucky to hold on to the points at the end of the game.
There's too many Eddie advocates out there for us to get rid of him.
I'm just going to put this out there. Asula does not know what he's going to do.
No, he doesn't.
He just does it. I'm more positive, mainly because of...
He got a bit of stick, but he didn't deserve it because he hasn't been there as long as the other players, but he came out and seen the fans.
I don't know, I'm still not convinced. I think they just played the system what we're good at playing against.
Yeah.
But Lewis Hall's either got immaculate timing or he's very lucky.
I think out of all of our wingers, Murphy's the best defensive.
Yeah.
He
is. I looked at what he was like on the right wing, and I looked at what we had on the right wing, and you're thinking, crikey Moses.
Right, so we're back. Newcastle on European charge.
We won a cup final.
Cup final 1, Jeff, finally.
Yeah, eventually.
I
think we'd lost the other 4, hadn't we?
Isn't it because we didn't say anything about it being a cup final last week and we managed to get a win?
Look at Shane smiling. Look, we've won. Look, he's back. Hey.
Well, I mean,
are you happy?
Yeah. I mean, we've already had a bit of a chat about it, but I don't think anything was crazy different, and we rode our luck massively. And
one thing was different. We went 2-0 up.
Yeah, true.
That's something different.
I have to say, I did turn to the guy sitting there and say, crikey Moses, I can still see them scoring 3. I wasn't confident 2-0 up after 30 minutes.
I mean, Pope tried to give him 3,
didn't he?
he
did, yes. Nearly.
I mean, we'll start off obviously with team selection.
Mm-hmm.
I had quite a few people messaging me pre-game being like, what's with the team?
I was a bit surprised.
Yeah.
I thought that Asula deserved to be starting, but I was a bit surprised about Willock, and maybe I know Joe Linton came back in the squad.
I mean, I was surprised he started with Jacob Murphy.
I thought Willock
Jacob Murphy.
Willock was great.
Well, Willock and Asula, I mean, they were saying because Brighton play a high press, and Newcastle for once were actually playing the ball through to the two. Through to the two fast forwards.
Yeah.
And the two of them look great together, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, they pitted out in the second half.
But I think that's because they've not really added loads of game time.
Well, Willock did hurt his hand.
Yeah.
You know?
We played into our hands, though. Like, we play when teams play like that against us.
Yeah. Every time I've watched Brighton, when previously they've let us have the ball, and that's when we're rubbish. Whereas this time, I think because we're in such bad form, they thought we're just going to roll them over. Yeah. They came at us, and we just hit them on the break.
Well, two of the goals were counter-attacks.
Yeah. It's like, I think it is. It's very... like I said, it was like a bit like watching old us, but it was like watching old us because they let us be old us, whereas most other teams don't.
I think Joe Linton being in the team probably helped with a bit of spirit.
I think Eddie said, didn't he, as well, that he picked the team of players that I think people have read this the wrong way. He said players he can trust.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean he can't trust Lewis Hall.
Yeah,
it just means that he knows Dan Burn will run through a brick wall for him, and he knows that Joe Linton will do the same.
I was surprised with the fact that Minter was playing that the trusted Burn with that role, and he did okay. But Minter did. I mean, I'm not saying Burn struggled with him, but he did. They
had a few chances, and it was like where they
didn't he?
Minter. I mean, the fans were giving him a bit of stick, but they're only giving him a bit of stick because I looked at what he was like on the right wing, and I looked at what we had on the right wing, and you're thinking, crikey Moses.
Well, I think we didn't actually play with wingers, did we?
No.
Murphy and Willock were
a bit
narrower and played off of, which is what we've said. Well, obviously, it worked well with Asula because we were playing him behind, but that's kind of what you've needed with Voltemada for ages. Is like if Voltemada was playing as a 9, you need 2 players to run off him.
Yeah. But Murphy basically was helping Miley out covering.
Yeah, he was.
Murphy was very deep.
He was, yeah.
So that's what I don't understand. Is Lewis Miley did nothing wrong. He had a good game. But he's not right back.
Yeah, and he had protection. Like I saw a lot of people saying,
you don't notice him on the pitch, but he works a good job.
He works very good. At
I
his
saw
job.
people saying that he was the best player on the pitch, and I thought, no,
he was
good. He didn't do anything wrong, but he wasn't the best player on the pitch.
No. He's amazing because as a fullback, you expect the fullback to tackle. Miley doesn't tackle. He just is so fit.
Yeah,
he covers so much ground. He doesn't give the winger those opportunities. But I was a bit worried at the beginning when you got Mitoma and you got Minter, and you're looking at Miley and Burn, you're thinking, hang on a second.
Yeah.
You've got like a world-class left-back on the bench, and even Trippier to a degree. I know he's not fast, but you're thinking I probably would have played them to compensate the attack.
He always plays Murphy when he needs more cover at the back.
Yeah, he does.
I think out of all of our wingers, Murphy's the best defensive.
Yeah.
He helps out.
He is.
And again, he's the worst tackler, but he chases back.
And again, though, Murphy made that goal. Obviously the ball's come up. Bruno's put the ball out to Murphy. He's run onto it. And then the keeper, I don't think the keeper did touch him, but he could have.
I think he just slipped, didn't he? Slipped,
but the fact that Murphy got up and put that great cross in,
yeah,
brilliant.
But I mean, Asula was just
I think that was his
class,
best game
really,
for
like.
us.
I mean, he run his
so
heart
good.
into the ground. He was knackered.
Some of the runs, like he pulled off that skill. I think I don't know what it's called, but where he dragged the ball back and put it around the player. I was just thinking, Jesus. Like,
I'm just going to put this out there. Asula does not know what he's going to do.
No, he doesn't.
He just does it. Like nothing is and that's what makes him so good.
But I
is
think
that he's just
there is a player.
There's a player
at
in
the
there,
moment.
100%.
It's a case of his head and his feet don't.
And we only gone for
work
15
together.
million. So it's not like we broke the bank with him. We only gone for 15 million.
I think it was 10.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think it rises to 15,
Does
doesn't
it?
it? I think, yeah. With
Anyway, I think Asula deserves to be in the team. Has he scored 4 and 3 or 3 and 4 or something like that?
Not sure, but he's been the standout.
And he's there and thereabouts. He's done really well.
You're going to put him in your fantasy?
I was tempted, after the game on the weekend. I thought,
Not like my brother who put Voldemort in and captained him.
No, that's very
He's
brave.
his bottom of the league.
But
there you go. Some of that.
so yeah, the system weren't different. Team selection.
They just they turned up shit.
Again, you could tell when Lewis Hall came on, it was like that ball he put in for Misser.
Oh,
It was just like you could just tell, like he deserves to be in that team.
Yeah.
Like he deserves to.
But
I thought he might have dropped Botman for Burn.
Yes.
That's what I thought he might have done.
Because I think Botman's just getting his fitness back.
Yeah,
isn't
and he, but Botman had a good game.
Yeah,
but
Chow had a good game.
Lewis Hall's either got immaculate timing or he's very lucky because the amount of time the ball is going to, the winger's going to cross the ball and he gets a foot in the way.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
And the ball seems to stick to his feet.
Oh,
He
he's
dribbles as well.
No,
he's dribbling.
He is literally the luckiest man in the world. Every time there's a 50-50 like tackle when he's running with the ball, it like rebounds off everyone, just goes straight into his stride, and it just carries on running. Like, it's just, but I think it was obviously the news came out as well from the Athletic. Obviously, I don't know how true it is, but I think it probably is pretty accurate where they've said that Eddie will definitely be there next
David
season.
Ornstein tweeted as well.
Mad.
Which I think is like, I get it. Like I think we've all said, like there was a little bit of a difference in showing you could do something different at the weekend, wasn't there? With how we set up, how we played.
Do you think they played well because the
Maybe.
gaffer was there?
Yeah.
Maybe.
The Saudis are over and the team turned
Well,
up.
apparently he had a talk with them as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
I
threatened
don't know
them
if it was
all.
pre-game
What was the
or
talk?
after
You're
the
being
game.
shit.
No, I think he came in with an axe and a thing to put their heads in, and he said,
Yeah.
he was like, if you don't win today.
But it is sad to think that they turned up and the team did.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I also think,
Except for Pope.
everybody knows
He was
that
consistent.
everybody knows that Eddie's been under the cosh, and I think a lot of the players still obviously believe in him.
Yeah.
And that's why he picked them
know.
players.
Well,
that he
look, Dan
did.
Byrne. I think
Dan
Dan Byrne
Byrne.
did an interview and he said like he's great, like it's stuff like that. I mean, there's obviously players there who clearly don't.
Yeah.
i.e. Gordon.
Well, what was interesting was that Gordon didn't get on. I thought when it was when I know
He's got a
that,
hip
but
injury, hasn't he?
but he's on the bench, so potentially he was fit enough to play.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
just surprised he didn't get the 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
For him not to come on the pitch.
He brought Barnes on, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still not convinced. I think they just played the system well. We're good at playing against.
Yeah.
Like,
you can't judge anything off that one
Yeah,
thing,
you
because
can't,
all we
yeah.
did was hit him on the break, and we were lucky to hold on to the points at the end of the game.
Oh, we were
Like
lucky.
second half, we were pretty diabolical, really.
Well, we just
other
sat
than
back.
like,
It was a game. It was a
yeah.
game of two halves again.
And it's like, because we're desperate for a win, that's why we did it, and I get it.
With
but
the third goal came from when Brighton just had every man.
yeah, they were just trying to get
yeah.
an equaliser, weren't they? Yeah.
Well, the fact that they brought Lewis Dunk on, didn't they?
Put him up
5
front,
minutes
didn't
ago,
they?
centre forward.
Yeah.
Him and Dan Byrne had some cracking tussles in that last 5 minutes, mind you.
But I think it's it will be. I get the reasoning, and even though I've said that I think a change would be the best thing, I understand that Eddie could stay for the for the summer, and I think if they've had discussions where, from what it's been said, that they've all agreed that this cannot happen again.
No, they're spot on.
Changes need to be made. You need to be like, you need to be willing to make changes.
It's a bit
and
like
do
Man
things
U last
differently.
season, isn't it? What I'm expecting next season is Newcastle to do with Man United.
Yeah, with no European football.
With no European
potentially,
football. But I just think that there's too many Eddie advocates out there for us to get rid of him, because any team in the Premiership, most teams in the Premiership would take Eddie Howe as a manager, I think.
Yeah, but I think you'd still probably run into the same thing that you've had now, where you'd have a really good start. And
Yeah.
But I do think that everybody in the club, not just Eddie Howe, would not dare have a summer like we did last year.
Well,
So I'm quietly excited about the summer, because
I think we'll end up selling loads, and just.
but
doing
I'm
a
happy to
full
do
rebuild.
that if
I
it
am
means
as well. Yeah.
reinvesting and improving that team. And I just think like Ross Wilson, obviously David Hopkinson, he did something the other day where he was saying they had like more revenue and things like that.
yeah, so he did a big talk that was down in London where it was about was about marketing and stuff in football, basically. And he was basically saying that when he went into Real Madrid, he made loads of changes really fast, and that's why when he came in here, he did a 100-day diagnostic thing of the club, where he just basically sat back and listened, watched everything, saw everything that was there, and then formulated a plan. And he said that he's basically seen that there's £100 million left on the table, where we've got missed sponsorships or not the right sponsorships, digital products and stuff that we can do. And he basically said that we've got a new chief marketing officer coming in.
Does that mean that they won't be doing that stupid photograph at the end of full time?
He's classed him as a
Mm-hmm.
superstar. So I'm guessing it's somebody with a really big track record of doing this. And he said we hope to bridge that £100 million gap ASAP. So so I think I'm more positive, mainly because of the stuff that's behind the scenes. We've got a better.
Exactly that.
I think it feels like maybe the club, whoever's in charge, has turned around and basically said the transfer decisions are made. You can have a say, but they're made by this guy. Whereas I think for 2 years previous, it's been like this, and Eddie's won.
Yeah.
Whereas this time it's like,
I think
this is what, if you're to stay, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, and the players have to fit in Eddie's system as well, so they'll obviously have that chat.
Yeah,
they can't just go and buy a player. It has to.
But it's going to be what we've all said it should be: is try and get more bang for your buck and buy younger players players that are really hungry, that would do something that we've scout, like that Rayan we scout for 3 years and then don't even put a bid in for him. Do you know what I mean? It's we'd be going more down that route rather than the let's get Elanga for 55 million or
with a 1 year contract, 55 million.
Yeah, so it's
1 year left.
And then obviously 2 points behind Sunderland now.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we're going to finish, Shane?
I think we'll finish 10th, maybe something like that.
Well, ninth is Europe, isn't it? If Forest win the Europa
if it all goes that way, yeah.
I think we've got some. I mean, I think we've got.
I think we've got
Forest, and we've got all 3 games left are winnable.
Annoyingly, it's like Forest are going to have had their Europa League game.
They play Villa on Thursday, and then they play us. I presume it's on Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
I think we've got West Ham are fighting for their lives.
Yeah,
they are.
But they're so bad on the weekend, so bad. But they do normally
Callum
turn
Wilson
up.
coming and scoring a goal, can't you?
So that's fantasy captain for the week.
Callum Wilson.
But yeah, I mean, it's.
I think it's so like you said, it's so tight, isn't it? I mean, if you look at us, we're on 45 points, and I think a 6th on 52 or something.
52 Bournemouth, yeah.
You know, so not that we're going to qualify for the Champions League, but the point I'm making is that there's 8 teams in there.
Yeah,
and it is anything could happen.
Yeah, Leeds as well are only 2 points behind us. So are Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace got a game.
Well, as long as Leeds beats, I don't mind Leeds beating Spurs.
Yeah,
you know.
But yeah, it'll be interesting, I think.
It's just good to have a win. You know, feel a bit more positive. It'll be interesting to see how our team reacts. We're playing Forest, who've had a great season,
and we beat Brighton as well, which you never beat.
We never beat Brighton.
And Brighton have been pretty good to be fair.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
Well, they were unbeaten in 5 before they played us.
Brighton and Bournemouth were the form teams, weren't they?
Yeah.
Apart from Man City.
One other thing though, before we go, did you see Lascelles is now a League One player?
Of course, because Leicester got relegated.
Yeah. Get all Lascelles.
Champions League to League One in 2 seasons.
Has he been playing for Leicester? Has he?
Yeah.
Wow.
He got a bit of stick, but he didn't deserve it because he hasn't been there as long as the other players. But he came out and seen the fans.
Of course he did. That's how he gets himself as like a hero at the club, innit? Like, take ownership.
Was he in our Champions League squad?
He played against PSG.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Wow, what a season that is, isn't it? Yeah. From PSG to not even Lincoln.
Well, did you see the Lincoln? Did you see the Lincoln one where they were singing about playing Spurs next season or something? It's class.
Let's hope that's true.
Yeah. And South Shields won as well. Just say on there.
Yeah, they've struggled.
1-0. Yeah.
Not struggled, but I mean, did it go to extra time?
No, they won normal time, but they're playing Kidderminster in the final.
They finished 3rd, didn't they?
And Kidderminster beat them like a week before.
Yeah, well, Kidderminster have done the double of them this season, and
they're like unbeaten. They've won like 8 in a row or something.
So anything can happen.
Is that this weekend at Shields?
I'm not sure.
Well, they're playing at Shields because I think Shields finished higher
in the league. Yeah.
So it must be this weekend.
I'd have thought so, yeah.
It will be, yeah. It's when the Championship and playoffs start. And League One.
Interesting. So, good luck to South Shields.
Yeah.